Hello everyone. Today's topic is data interpretation. What is exactly data interpretation? You know, the data interpretation is a topic, you need to interpret everything which was is given. Okay. So the data may be in the form of table, in the form of line, in the form of pie chart, in the form of, uh, line graph, okay, the pie chart, the table or column in the form of a paragraph, okay. So this topic is very important for to preparing for various company specific test. It is the significant part of almost all the competitive exams. Guys, you need to understand here is the facts or the information related to any event or events, especially you know the basics of interpretation as term as data. So data may be collected by an investigator himself, or maybe obtained from sources like published reports, the official sites, from the budget, the government budget, okay, from the banks, okay. So this is the topic for all the management exams, okay, for all the management exams, these type of questions will come, okay. Da is one set there. If you take bank exams like IBPS, SBI, you will come across 3 to 4 sets. If you write any management exams, the data interpretation is will play an important role. That is for sure. Okay, that is for sure. You need to understand, they'll give, simplifying the raw data, facilitating the comparison. Okay. So basically there are, we have, the basic will be, there are 4 types of data. Okay. Okay. The different types of data will be in this. Number one will be, you know, the data will be in the form of, okay, the data will be in the form of table. The data will be in the form of tabular form, okay, tabular form. Next, the data in the form of bar, bar diagram, okay. And next, the data will be in the form of line graph, line graph. And next, the data in the form of pie chart, okay, the pie diagram. Mainly these are the 4 important, the data, actually the data related to any event are collected, classified and presented so that they can be analyzed in order to draw the conclusions, okay. Let's discuss everything in detail, okay. Now let's discuss tabular form, okay. Now let's discuss the tabular form. Guys, in tabular form, tabulation is one of the most important devices for the presentation of the data in condensed and comprehensive form. It attempts to furnish the maximum information obtained in the data in minimum possible space without minimizing the quality and usefulness of the data, okay. A statistical table is the logical listing of related quantitative data and vertical columns and horizontal rows of a number with sufficient explanatory, okay. In this particular data, we have few terms will be there, okay. You have the table number, heading, or you can say title, or you can say head note, okay, or you can say column or rows, next captions, okay, next body, okay, next footnotes, source note. These points are very very important. Okay, these points are very very important. What are the points I said? Yeah, so first will be table number. Okay, table number. Next will be heading or title. Heading or title, the next will be head note. Head note. Next will be rows or columns. Rows and columns. Next will be captions. Next will be body. Okay, next will be footnote. You have to observe everything. Okay, next will be source note. Source note. Okay, source note. What do you mean by source note? It's a collection of data, okay, mentioned below the footnote. What do you mean by a footnote? The additional information regarding the data required in there, the complete description. Okay, so these are the points you need to observe while solving the tabular form. Okay, the tabular form. Okay, next we'll talk about bar diagram. In bar diagram, what you need to observe? The question arises when we can present data classified in a particular tabular form, then what is the need to be present data in other forms? Okay, yes or no? Why can't we present the same data in table? Yes, of course we can present. So it is a human nature to invent a complementary better method than existing ones. Yes or no? So we are the humans, we can represent the data in other various forms. A better method, will naturally have some advantages over the existing ones. Some of the advantages, we'll see. Diagram present, data in simple and easy understand form. Okay, so bar means will directly represent here. No, there is you have some x-axis, some y-axis. Okay, so I can represent like this. Okay, let's say in 2001, your profits are let's say this is 200. Let's say this is 300. This is 400. It's easy, no? It's easy, no? So the data I can represent is very easy. Okay, basic visuals, visual is more than we can visualize that particular thing. The diagrams being more attractive and more impressive, appeal to the eye and leave a long listing impression in a mind. The easy presentation make even a layman understanding it easily. Anyone can understand if I represent the data to under a reader need to very little effort to grasp the diagram and draw meaningful conclusions from them. In this way a lot of time is saved. Okay, yeah, by looking at that I can save the lot of time. Okay, the lot of time is going to be saved. The diagrams highlight the silent features of the collected data and facilitate comparison. Okay, the bar diagram are one of the simplest and most common devices used for the presentation of statistical data. These consist of number of equidistant rectangles, one of each category of data, in which magnitudes are represented by the length or height of the rectangles, where the breadth of the rectangles, you know, you should have, remember few points. Now I'm going to read out the few points. Please note down these points. All the bar drawn in a diagrams are generally of uniform width, which depends on the number of bars to be constructed and availability of space. Okay, to make the bar diagram attractive and graceful, uniform space in given between different bars. Okay, next point. As the height of the rectangles are taken proportional to the magnitude of observations, the scale is selected keeping in view the magnitude of the greatest observation. Okay. All the bars are constructed on the same baseline. Okay. Bars draw vertically or horizontally. It's depend. The bars will be drawn vertically or horizontally. The vertical bars generally arranged from the left to right. Vertical bars arranged from left to right. Left to right. Horizontal bars arranged from right to left. Right to left. Okay, right to left. Now these points, you have to remember. These points, you have to remember. Yeah. Next we'll go to line graph. Next we'll go to line graph. What is exactly a line graph? Yeah, let me show you here. We'll go to line graph. There are 4 coordinates. Okay, there are 4 coordinates. He may give graph like this, but most probably the line graph, the line graph will be like this. Okay, the line graph will be like this. Line graphs are more obvious and precise and accurate than the diagrams can be effectively used further the statistical analysis. Okay, to study scopes, okay, rates of change, future inferences, they can be used to study the relationship between the the study, the line graphs are drawn, graph paper. What is the advantages of the line graphs? Graphs are visual aids that give the bird's eye view of the numerical data. Okay, graphs being attractive leave a much lasting impression in mind. Okay, in the construction of graph, generally graph paper is used with the help as to learn the mathematical relationship between the two variables. Graphs are very clear, precise and accurate to help in a statistical way of understanding. Graphs reveal the trends and also exhibit the way in which the trend change. That's why I always used to say your graph is also important. Okay, where are you? Okay, where your fall down is there from the last 3 months. You need to understand everything. Okay, so these are the representation of table, bar and line graph. Now we'll see about pie chart. Okay, now we'll see about pie chart. What is pie diagram? Yeah, the circle representation will be the pie diagram. Okay, the pie diagram. Okay, the circle representation is what, guys? The pie diagram. Okay, let's say this is 20%, this is 15%, this is 25%. Let's say, this is 60%. Okay, 20, 20, 40, 50, 60. Yeah. Sorry, this is 40%. Always the circle, a pie diagram is a pictorial representation of numerical data by non inserting adjacent sectors of the circle such that area of each sector is proportional to the magnitude of the data given represented. Okay, some important points about the pie chart. Different sectors of pie chart represent various component parts. Okay, each of the component values is expressed either percentage or the degrees, the sectional angles. Okay, the sectional angles. Are you getting my point? So you need to understand either this pi is equals to 360 degrees or 100 percentage. He may give sometimes in the form of percentages, or he may give in the form of what? Yeah, he may give in the form of what? Angle. Okay, so you need to figure it out. So can I say 100% is 360? Can I say 10% is going to be 36? Yeah, when 10% is 36, what's going to be 1%? 3.6. Yeah, what is 20%? Yes, if 10% is 36, 20% is double of that. Double is what? 72. Then what is going to be 2%? That will give you 7.2. Okay, 7.2. Okay, so these are very, very important. Okay, these are very, very important. You should know what is 20%, what is 30%, what is 40%, and so on. Okay, what is 30% and so on, because convert them into degrees. Okay, and convert them into this is very, very important, guys. Okay, this is very, very important. If I give like this, now convert and tell me in degrees. 30% equals to how much? 10% equals to how much? Okay, 15% equals to how much degrees? 25% equals to how much degrees? Okay, 20% equals to how much degrees? Yeah, 30%. Simple, guys. 100% is 360. Then 30 equals to how much? So that is nothing but 360 into 30 by 100. Okay, 0, 0, 0, 0 cancel. 36 into 3. That is nothing but 108 degrees. Yeah, in the same note, 100% is 360. Then 10% is how much? That will give you 36. That is already indeed. How to figure out 15%? It's very simple. 10% is 36. What is 5%? Half of 36. That will give you 18. Then 15% is what? 36 plus 18. That will give you what? 54. Okay. Someone asks you 25%. Very simple. 100% is 360. If you want 25, what are you going to do? You are going to divide with what? 4. 100 divided by 4. So that is 360 also divided by 4. How many times? 9, 0. So that will give you 90 degrees. That will give you 90 degrees. Are you getting my point? 20% you want. So it's very simple. 10% is 36. 20% is what? 72. Or you can say 100% is 360. Then 20% is how much? So divided by 5. This is also divided by 5. You will get what? 72. Okay, you will get what, guys? 72. So the point is this, friends. Okay, the point is very simple. Okay, you need to understand only one point. Okay, how to convert degrees into percentages and percentages into degrees. Okay, percentages into degrees. Okay, we'll try to solve one question. Okay, so that that will help you to figure out how the questions will be there in pie chart. Okay, how the questions will be there in pie chart. Let's say you have pie chart like this. Okay, let's say you have pie chart like this. Okay, yeah, this is a pie chart. Okay, this is a pie chart. Yeah, there are some various sectors. So the first sector is transport. Transport, which is 5%. The next sector is education. Okay, education will be 12%. 12%. The next sector is housing. Your father is spending like this on transport 5%, on children's education 12%, on housing he is spending 15%. Next, clothing. Okay, he is spending 10%. Next will be food. Okay, so on food he is spending 23%. 23%. Next he is spending something on savings. So savings will be 15%. So savings will be what? 15%. So this is food. So this is savings. So savings is what, guys? 15%. So the next will be, so let me erase this. So the next will be, yeah, so next will be the remaining thing. What is the remaining thing? Yeah, let me write here. So this is 15. The next will be others. So others is 20%. So let's calculate 20, okay, 30, 40, 50, 60, okay, 70, 80, 90, okay, 95, yeah, 100. This is how your pie chart is developed. The pie chart given below shows that the expenditure on various items of a family. Okay, of a family. If the question is like this, if the question is like this, if the total income of the family in the year 2009 was 1,50,000, okay, 1,50,000. So the total income is 1,50,000. 1,50,000. Then what is the difference between the expenditure on housing and transport? Okay, so what is housing is actually 15%. What is transport? 5%. So he's asking the difference. The difference is what? Obviously 10%. So income is always 100%, no? Yes, 100%, which is equals to 1,50,000. Then 10% is going to be how much? Then your answer is what? 15,000. Very simple. Yes or no? So 100% is that, then 10% is equals to how much? Then 10% will give you what? Obviously 15,000. Then 10% is going to be what, guys? 15,000. Okay, 10% is going to be what? 15,000. If you have your second question like this, okay, if you have your second question like this, he's asking like this: maximum expenditure of the family other than food, other than and food was on. So other than food, what is the maximum expenditure, guys? Yeah, so this is 23. If this is 23, other than that, the maximum expenditure on where? Others only. Okay, others only. Okay, others. Next one, that is called observation. By observing that, we can answer it. Okay, next one. If the question is like this, if the question is like this, okay, the savings of the family of the year equal to, the savings of the family of the year equal to the expenditure on what? The expenditure on what? So savings is what? Family. That is equals to, so expenditure on what they are asking. So what is the expenditure? So 12 here. Not expenditure. So which will make 15. So 10 and 5 will give you 15, right? No other values, right? Yes or no? So 10, that is nothing but clothing and what? Transport. Yes or no? So clothing and transport. Or you can say the housing. Yeah, the housing also which is same. Okay, the housing also which is same. Okay, the housing also which is same. Guys, whenever, these type of simple questions they are going to ask you. Okay. So guys, you need to remember few points. Guys, whenever you are doing data interpretation, you should have good knowledge about arithmetic as well. What do you mean by arithmetic? So in arithmetic means you should good at ratios and you should good at percentages. Okay, percentages. These two topics are very very important. Okay, and point number two. So you need to learn basics of arithmetics. Read the data or graph. Okay, and the questions carefully. Read the headings and footnotes especially. Okay, be aware of units used. Okay, sometimes more than one graph is there. Please understand the relationship. So what are the points I'm discussing here? Yes, concentration on units. Okay, and concentration on footnotes. Okay, next, be aware of the units, concentration of footnotes and concentration of headings. If there are more than one or two graph will be there, you need to find the relation between the 2 points. Okay, between the 2 points. Next, you should have good clarity about multiplication. Okay, multiplication, and you should good at division. Okay, in mentally you have to do it orally, and you have to do one more point. Approximation is very very important. Okay, approximation, guys, approximate. You need to approximate the numbers. Okay, because there is big calculations will be there. When big calculation will be, 9,000, 9,900 and 97. Okay, when this is there, take it as 10,000. No, there is only three values less. So according to, when this is the base value, you can actually answer the questions. Okay, you can actually answer the questions. Okay, next, you know so these points are very very important. Okay, you know look at the alternatives given. If possible, try some alternatives. Try to solve in the perspective of option verification. Okay, try to eliminate the options. That will help you a lot. Last but not the least, you know your speed is very very important. Your accuracy and speed is very very important, friends. Okay, your accuracy and speed is very very important. And in the form of arithmetic, you should have good skills of percentage operators. Okay, percentage operators and percentage increase decrease. Okay, and the ratios and averages. We'll see one by one again. Okay, what are the important arithmetic tools? So the percentage operators, which means you should have good clarity about fractions. Okay, fractions are very very important. Okay, fraction values. What are the fraction values, guys? Yeah, 1 by 2. 1 by 2 is what? 50%. Okay, 1 by 3. What is 1 by 3? 33.33%. Okay, then what is 2 by 3 ma? 2 by 3 is what? 66.66%. 1 by 4 is 25%. 3 by 4 is what? 75%. 1 by 5 is what? 20%. 2 by 5 is what? 40%. 3 by 5 is what, guys? 60%. 4 by 5 is what, guys? 80%. 1 by 6 is what? 16.66%. Okay, 5 by 6 is what? 83.33%. Okay, what is 1 by 7? 14.28%. Actual value is what? 142857. I hope you know these values from the percentages. Just I am reminding what you need to do. If you want 2 by 7, that will give you 28.57%. If you want 3 by 7, that will give you 42.85%. If you want 4 by 7, that will give you 57.14%. If you want 5 by 6, that will give you 71.42%. If you want 6 by 7, that will give you 85.71%. These are the reciprocal values, these are the fraction values. Okay, so this is till up to 1 by 7. Let me write few more values. 1 by 8. What is 1 by 8? 12.5%. What is 3 by 8? 37.5%. What is 5 by 8? Yeah, what is 5 by 8, guys? 62.5%. What is 7 by 8? 87.5%. These values are very, very important. Next will be 1 by 9. What is 1 by 9? 11.11%. If you want 2 by 9, that will give you 22.22%. 3 by 9, that will give you what? 33.33%. And it goes so on. So 1 by 9 reciprocals are, which is nothing but, if you closely observe, these are 11 multiples. Okay, vice versa. What is 1 by 11? 9.09. What is 2 by 11? 18.18%, and so on. So 1 by 11 reciprocals are what? Multiples of 9. 1 by 9 reciprocals are what, guys? Multiples of 11. Okay, multiples of 11. These points are important. These points are very, very important. Okay, and 1 by 10, everybody know. What is 1 by 10? 10%. What is 2 by 10, guys? 20%. Okay, on the same note, what is 1 by 12? Yeah, very simple. What is 1 by 6? 16.66. So 1 by 12 is half of that. That will give you 8.33%. The rest values you can write it. So the fraction values are very, very important. Okay, the fraction values are very, very important. And you need to understand few points here. Okay, A is what percent of B? A is what percent of B, guys? A by B into 100. These formulas are important. B is what percent of A? That will give you what, guys? B by A into 100. Okay. There is one more formula. A is what percent less than B? A is what percent less than B? So B minus A by B into 100. Okay, sometimes they are going to ask you A is what percent more than B? Yeah, A is what percent more than B? A minus B by B into 100. So before this, you should understand, when you come across this symbol, something should be in the numerator and something should be in the denominator. What is in the numerator? What we are comparing. In the denominator, to whom we are to whom we are comparing. So if you look at here, A is what percent of B? Yes, A is what percent of B. So I'm comparing A with what? B. So A should be in the numerator, B should be in the denominator. B is what percent of A? So I am comparing B with what? A. So that's why B by A into 100. A is what percent less than B? In this situation, I am not comparing A, I am not comparing B, I am comparing what less. What is less? B minus A, because A is what percent less than B, so B is more. Let's say this is 40, this is 30. How much less? 10. That is nothing but 40 minus 30, no? So B minus A by, I am comparing with what? B. So B will in the denominator. A is what percent more, so less or more is nothing but a difference. Don't think that less means minus, more means plus. No, that will not help you at all. Okay, that will not help you at all. Okay, so this is the situation. This is the situation. So A minus B by B into 100, B minus A by B into 100. So these are the formulas you have to remember. We have few more formulas. Okay, that is nothing but one is percentage increase, one is percentage decrease. Okay, so percentage increase. We'll talk about percentage change. That will give you the total understanding about percentage increase and percentage decrease. Again, I will write differently, but let me write percentage change. Okay, percentage change. What do you mean by percentage change? Percentage change is equals to final value minus initial value, final value minus initial value by initial value. Okay, by initial value into 100. Final value minus initial value by initial value into 100. Okay, 100. So, or you can say like this. So let me put it in this way. Your salary is 400 now. Next month your salary is 500. How much percent it got increased? So percentage change is equals to final value. What is the final value? 500 minus initial value. What is the initial value? 400 divided by final value. What is the final value? Yeah, what is the final value, guys? Sorry, initial value. What is the initial value? 400. Okay, so that will give you 100 by 400, into 100. That will give you 1/4. 1/4 means what? 25%. 1/4 means what, guys? 25%. So what I'm trying to tell you is this. What I'm trying to tell you is this. See, whenever you come across, these type of questions, okay, whenever you come across these type of questions, okay, you need to understand only one point. Okay, you need to understand only one point. The numerator is always a difference. Okay, the numerator is always difference between the two quantities. Okay, difference. Okay, let me write here. The numerator is always difference. Okay, difference between the difference between two quantities divided by the reference value. Okay, the reference value. So you can say it as percentage change. Or if you want to individually, the percentage increase is equals to numerator increased quantity by original quantity into 100. So this will become your percentage increase. What is percentage decrease? Decreased quantity by original quantity into 100. Okay, so these two formulas also will come into the picture. Okay, these two formulas also will come into the picture. Okay, next, ratios. Everybody know the ratios, right? What do you mean by a ratio? The ratio is nothing but the comparison of two quantities by a division. In other words, ratio of two quantities represent the number of times one quantity contains the other quantity of the same kind. That is very very important. Okay, that is very very important. Okay, let's say in 2001, some exports are 300 kgs. In 2002, the same exports are 450 kgs. The 2001 exports are 300. In 2002, the exports are 450. So is going to ask you the ratio. The ratio will become what? 15 to the 15 3. You can say 2 is to 3. Okay, you can say what, guys? 2 is to 3. Is always remember, ratio always should be the after the quantities. You have to write this. You need to remove all the factors, then only you have to write the ratio. Okay, and averages. What do you mean by averages? Sum of the observations by total number of observations. Okay, sum of the observations. So average is equals to what? Sum of the observations by total number of observations. So that will give you average. Average is nothing but what? Mean. Okay, average is nothing but what, guys? Means, these are the points you need to understand while solving the questions. Okay, so this is all about the complete information about the data interpretation, the bar graph, the line graph, the tabular form, and the pie chart. In pie chart, 360 degrees is equals to that thing. Okay, so we'll try to figure out. Okay, we'll try to figure out all the questions and we'll try to answer all the questions. Okay, let's do the questions. Okay, yeah, here we go. Yeah, you can see questions here. Yeah, yes. So let me try to increase this particular graph. Yes, I hope you can see now. Yeah, so this is this is the graph of bar graph. Okay, bar graph, you can see a bar graph here. Okay, so x-axis will represent the years. Okay, x-axis represent the years and y-axis represent what? A bar graph below shows in the foreign exchange reserves of a country in millions of US dollars from 1991, 1992 to 1998, 99. Okay, so answer the questions based on this particular graph. Yeah. So if you closely observe, you have your question number 1. The foreign exchange reserves in okay, I'll give 2 minutes, okay, to solve 5 questions. Take your time and please try to solve it. Yeah. So the point here is this, guys. The point here is this. The foreign exchange reserves in 1997, 1998 was, okay, where is 1997? Yeah, 97, 98 is this. Okay, how many times that of 1994 and 1995? Okay, so in 1995, this is how much? 5040. 1994 is how much? 3360. Okay, 3360 was how many times that in. So is asking A is what percent of E. So this value is what percent of this 0. So 5040 is what percent of 3360. Okay, how many times he's asking? Okay, how many times he's asking? Can I say, try to do logically. So definitely this value, the numerator is more than the denominator. So definitely, so let's say 3360 by 3360. So can I say it's definitely 100%? Which means definitely, so below 100% you will not get, you will get more than 100% only, no? So 3360. So let me figure out 3360 half is how much? Why I'm calculating? Because it's almost double to that value, 3000, 5000, 2000 farake. Let me figure out half this value is how much. Okay, so 2 ones are 2 6 are 12. Okay, I left with 1 8 and a 0. So 1680. So 3360 and 1680. Let me add these two values, 04101. You are getting 5040, which means you are getting 100% and a 50%. That is nothing but total is what, 150%, which means this value will be how many times? 1.5 times. Okay, 1.5 times. Okay, 1.5 times. Otherwise, how to do with the options? Yeah, you can do with the options like this. The foreign exchange reserves 1998 was how many times that of 1994 to 1995? So take 1994 value and multiply with these numbers, which will give 5040. That will be your answer. Okay, which will give 5040. That will be your answer. Let me check. Okay, ignore this point and ignore this 0. Okay, 15 nines are 90. So 0 here, 9 here. 15 threes are 45. Yes or no? 15 threes are how much? 45. 45 plus 9. Okay, 45 plus 9. That will give you what? 54. So 0, 54 no? So 5 carry. 15 threes are 15 threes are how much? 45. So 45 plus 550. See, you are getting 5040. Yes. That's how you can get your answer. That's how you can get your answer. Okay, so how many times he is asking? When he is asking how many times, there are so many ways to calculate it. It's actually A is what percent of B. Okay, that's how you can get your answer. Okay, that's how you can get your answer. Let's go to the question number 2. We'll try to figure out question number 2. What was the percentage increase in the foreign exchange reserves in 1997-1998 over 1993 to 1994? Okay, so the percentage increase they are asking. So let me calculate 1998-97. How much? 5040. 1993-1994. Okay, that is what? 2520. Okay, okay, 2520. What is percentage increase formula? Yeah, increased quantity, which means difference. Okay, by original value. Okay, difference by original value into 100. So he is asking in these two values, what is the difference? 2000. So exactly 2520 is the difference. Okay, 2520 is the difference. Yes or no? He is asking what the percentage increase. So 2520 is the difference. By what is the original value? 2520 into 100. So can I say that's 100%? Yes. So what is that? 100%. You can see 2520 and 5040. Can I say that's a double? Double means exactly if I add 2520 to 2520, then only I am getting 5040, which means that is indeed there. Okay, that is indeed there. You need to figure it out how the values will come into the picture. So answer for that question is what? Okay, answer for that question is what, guys? Yeah, so answer for that particular question is, okay, yeah, so you are going to get your answer as what? Yeah, so your answer is what? 100 percentage. 100 percentage. We'll go to the next question. What is the question they are asking? Yeah, for which year was the percentage? Okay, which year was the percentage which year was the percentage increase of foreign exchange reserves over the previous year the highest? Yes. This is the question you need to understand. The first one, 1990 to 99, 3760 is in where? 93. In 92, how much? 2640. Okay, over the previous year. Okay, so you need to calculate the percentage of difference by original value into 100. So difference by original value into 100. Okay, so what is the difference here? Guys, what is the difference here? So if you calculate the difference, what is the difference here? 3720 minus 2640. Look at that. 3000, 2000. Difference is 1000. 726 40. So here the difference is what? 1080. Okay, here the difference by 2640. Okay, that value divided by 2640. So approximately it's almost half, but 600 is there. 2600 half, 1320. So 1320, if in the numerator it's 50, so it's almost 40% and something. Okay, let me calculate. So 93 to 94, guys, percentage increase they are asking. 93 to over the previous year's percentage decrease, so this is eliminated. 94 95, yeah, 94 95. Look at here. 3360 minus 2520. 3360 minus 2520. Guys, look at here. 300. But guys, look at it, 2500. So if I do it, how much you are going to get? You will get 840. So 840 divided by 2520 into 100. 2500. Okay, so divided by, so if you divide this particular value with 2520, approximately, not approximately, 0 going to be cancelled. So 84 once, 84 3 times, so 1 by 3, which means 33.33. Guys, is asking the percentage increase, highest is asking. This is 33.33, this is 40 point something, so this is also eliminated from your options. Let's try to solve 96 97. Yeah, so what is 96 97 over the previous year? 4320 minus 3120. Okay, so that will give you exactly what? 1200. So if you want the percentage, so 1200 over 3120. Okay, 3120. So if you divide this with 3120, you will get how much you are going to get? So this is what? 96 to 98. No, so let me check the next value. So you are going to get approximately 38 percentage, but this is 40, this is 38, so this is eliminated. Okay, this is eliminated. We'll go to 97 98. Yeah, so 5040 minus 4320. 4320, you will get 720. So 720 is what percent of 4320? What percent of 4320? Okay, what percent of 4320? Okay, 4320. No, so in 4320 it's very smallest value, that is 16%. So I can say the percentage increase the foreign exchange reserves over the previous. Which year is highest, guys? 1990. What is that? The first year, 1992 to 1993. Okay, 1992 to 1993. Okay, remaining all years you are not going to get that much value. So, okay, so 1992 to 1993 is only the foreign exchange reverse over the previous year. That year is the highest one. Okay, that year is the highest one. Okay, we'll try to solve the next question. Okay, we'll try to solve the next question. What is the next question? Yeah, the next question goes like this. Yes, foreign exchange reserves in 1996 to 1997, 1996 to 1997 was approximately what percentage of the average foreign exchange years over the period? Yeah, so actually in 1996 to 1997, 1996 to 1997 is how much? 4320. This is approximately what percentage? Okay, so 4320 by average into 100. So you need to figure it out what first? Average. Okay, so how to figure out the average? So let me add all the numbers. Look at here. 2000, 3000, 5000, 5000 plus 2000, 7000, 7000 plus 3000, 10,000, 13,000, 13,000, 17,000, 17,000, 22,000, 25,000. So thousands I got 25,000. Next 600, 700, 1300, 1300 plus 500, 1800, 1800 plus 300, 2100, 2100 plus 100, 2200, 2200 plus 300, 2500, 2600, 2600. Next we left with 40, 60, 80, 80 plus 60, 140, 160, 160, 20, 180, 180, 40, 180, 40, 220, 220 plus 20, 240, 240. So 0, 4, 8, 8, and this is what? So 28,840 divided by how many years are there? 8 years. No, how many years are there? 8 years. So let me verify one more time the addition. 2,640 plus 3,720, that will give you 6,360 plus 2,520, that will give you 8,820. Yeah, plus that will plus the next value is what is the next value? 3,360, 3,360. Okay, 3,360. Okay, so 12,240 plus 3120, 15,360 plus 4320, that will give you 19,680 plus 5040, that will give you 24,720 plus 3120, 3120. Yeah, correct. We are doing a mistake. So that is 27,840. Okay, 27,000, because 6 plus to 8 only. No, when this is 6 plus to 8, 1 will not come here. Are you getting my point? Okay, so 1 will not come here. So this is how much? This is 7. So 27,840. This is, you have to divide this value with what? 8. Okay, that will give you 3480. So if you want the percentage, what is the percentage? 4320 divided by 3480 into 100. So definitely your answer is more than 100. So 95 is eliminated. Okay, 95, definitely the 95 is going to be eliminated. When the 95 is eliminating, okay, so guys, look at here. 3480. No, the average is what? 3480. What is 10%? 348. 3480 plus 348. That will give you 8, 12, 1 carry 8 again. That will give you 3820. So 10% is not going to be your answer. Okay, so 20% means double to that, 300, 600. Okay, so 348 plus 348. Okay, 348 plus 348 is how much? Yeah, that will give you 6990. Okay, so 3480 6 yeah, you're almost there. 4076, this is 43. So more than 20%. So, but not more than 20% means 10%, 15% eliminated. 125%, 140%. But look at here, 4076 near to 25, not 40. So you can say your answer is what? 125%. 125%. Or you can try to solve this. You are going to get your answer. 4320 by 3420. Calculate this. You are going to get your answer. Okay, you are going to get your answer. By the way, what we got average? 3480. Guys, definitely one average question will come, one percentage increase decrease question will come. Okay, A is what percent of B kind of stuff is also will come. So be ready while, be prepared while solving it. So he's asking the ratio of the number of years in which the foreign exchange reverse is above the average. So that's why I am asking, what is the average? What is the average, guys? 3480. Okay, what is the average? 3480. So average is 3480. So he's asking the foreign exchange reserves are above the average to below the average. So let me figure it out. Above average, how many values are there, and below average, how many values are there? If you figure it out, one thing that will be gone now. So look at here, 3480. So let me calculate below the average. One value, two, three. Okay, 1, 2, 3. And this value, what is, how much is this? This is also below the average. So 4 values are below the average. Okay, 5 values are below the average. This is also below the average only, no? Yeah, 5 values are below the average, 3 values are above the average. So that you can say your answer is what? Yeah, 5:3 or 3:5. Two options will be present. Yeah, so he's asking above to below. Above to below is what? 3:5. Below to above means 5:3. This is how, when the bar graph will be present there, this is how you need to answer your questions. Okay, this is how you need to answer your questions. That will help you a lot. Okay, that will help you a lot. Okay, so the point is this: whenever you come across these type of situations, please observe the things. Okay, observe the things, how you are going to calculate. Okay, so please observe the things. Observation is also important. With observation we'll get few answers. Okay, with observations we'll get few answers. Let's go to the next set of questions. Yeah, there is a line graph. Okay, there is a line graph. Okay, yeah, I hope you can see now clearly. Yeah, marks obtained by the student in 6 periodical exams held in every 2 months during the year is a session 2001 to 2002. Okay, so the month April 1st he got 360. April June 1st he got 365. August 370. October 365. December 400, February 405. So maximum marks of the exam is what? 500. Okay, so the y-axis will represent the marks and the x-axis will represent what? The months. Okay, so let's talk about, the question number one will be there. What is question number one? Total number of marks obtained in February 2, February 2. Okay, total number of marks obtained in Feb 2. Feb 2 is what percentage of the total marks obtained in April 1. So this is A is what percent of B only, no? So February 2, how much? 405 is what percent of April 1. April 1 is what? 360 into 100. That's it. Okay, how to figure out? Very simple, see, you can solve it by solving this, but it will take time. Definitely the numerator is more than simple. If you got April also 360, February is also 360, so 360 by 360 into 100, that will give you 100%. So can I say your answer is more than 100%? Look at the options, every option is more than 100. Yeah. Now try to figure out 10%. What is 10% of 360? In 360, 10% is what? 36. Add 36, how much you are going to get? 396. So your answer is more than 110%. Okay, your answer is what? More than 110%. But look at here, the value is only 405. How much more? Guys, look at here, this is for 9 only more, no? 9 only more. So which means slightly more than 110%. So slightly more than 110% is what? 112.5%. 112.5%. So your answer is what? 112.5%. Yes, the job is very easy. So observe the things. Don't in a rush that I want the exact answer. So approximations are important. Approximations are important. Okay, if you want the approximations, you have to follow this procedure. Okay, you have to follow this procedure. Okay, so answer for this question is what, guys? Yeah, answer is 110 percentage. Okay, 112.5%. Look at the next question. What is the average marks obtained by the student? Average. Are you observing? A is what percent of B is done. Next is asking average. Average. Average means what? Yeah, add all the numbers. But look at here, you should have do it, with logic thing. 300. How many 300s are there? 4 300s. Okay. 4 3s are 1200 plus 400, 400, 800. So I can say that is 2000. Wait, I left with 60 plus 65, 125. And again, look at it, transfer 5 to here, transfer this 5 to here. So 65, 65. So this is how much? Okay, let me calculate like this also. Okay, 60 plus 60, 120, 120 plus 70, 190, 190 plus 80, 270. Okay, 270, 270, 280, 285, 285. So 2285 divided by how many subjects are there? 6 subjects. How many subjects are there? 6 subjects. 6 how many times? I'm reading correctly? Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 is a 1200 plus 800. Yeah, 2285 by 6. Okay, 2285 divided by 6. How much you are going to get? 6 3 is 18. Yes or no? 18 means you left with what? 4. So 3, 7 times, 6 times. So point something you are going to get. 3 3. So 376. Okay, the average marks are what? 376. Okay, 376. 376 is there. Now let me calculate, is this correct? 360 plus 365 plus 370, 1095, 900, 900,000, yeah, 1,900,000, yeah, 1095 plus 385, 1480 plus 400 plus 405, double 285, yeah, double 28. If I divide with this value, with how many subjects are there? 6 subjects. Okay, if I divide with that, double 3, sorry, double 285. So double 285 divided with, you will get 380 point something you are going to get. Let me calculate. 6 3 is 18. I left with 4 no. 6 how many times? 6 5 is 7 is 8 is okay. 8 is so 380.8 and something you are going to get. So 380 is there. So approximately 381. Okay, 381. Okay, 381 is going to be the answer. Okay, let's try to solve the next question. What is the next question? What is the percentage of marks obtained by the student in the period exam August 1 and October 1? Okay, August 1. August, how much you got? 370. Let me clear this. 370. Okay, October, how much they got? October they got 385. So total they got how much? Let me add is 600. 8 and 7 that will give you 5, because 8 plus 215, no, 15, that will get 755. But he want what? The percentage of the marks, no? So if you want the percentage, obtained marks is 755. What is the total marks? That's why the footnote, the important point, every exam will consist of 500. So 2 exam will consist of 1000 into 100. 0, 0, 0, 0 cancel. So 75.5 going to be your answer. Okay, 75.5 going to be your answer. Okay, 75.5 is going to be your answer. Okay, so answer for this question is what, guys? 75.5. Let's go to the next question. What is the next question? In which periodical exam there is a fall in percentage marks as compared to the previous exam? Okay, so he is asking what? In which periodical exam is there a fall in percentage marks as compared to the previous year? Guys, is there any fall? No fall, right? Because every time there is an increase, no need of calculating anything. Is there any fall? No fall, right? Don't try to figure out the things. Okay, is there any fall, guys? Absolutely, there is no fall. No, when there is no fall, your answer is what? None. Okay, none. Your answer is what, guys? None. Yeah, look at the last question. In which periodical exam did the student obtained is the highest percentage increase over the previous year? Okay, over the previous year. So what you need to understand is this. Okay, what you need to understand is this. So let me clear the things. Okay, let me clear the things. Guys, look at here. When you're talking about, yeah, so June 1st. Okay, June 1st. So he is asking, in which periodical exam did the student obtain the highest percentage increase over the previous? Highest percentage, this is 5 by 360. First one. Second one is what? August 1. August 1 is what? Again the 5 by 365. The third one. What is the third one? October 1st. So difference is what? 15 by 370. Fourth one. Fourth one is what? Difference is how much here? 85, no? 85 means 15 by 385. What is the fifth one? February 2. That is 5 by 400 into 100. So 0, 0 cancel, 5 by 4. 5 by 4 means 4 ones are 4. Okay, 4 ones are 4. You're going to get something around. Yeah. So my logic is this. In 360, this is, uh, yeah, so this is not going to be your answer. This is not going to be your answer. Okay. Look at here. I'm lying between these two answers. 1 by 2 is more or 1 by 3 is more? Guys, because my numerators are same, with the denominators I need to guess my answer, right? Because 5 by 400 is very less. Definitely my answer is lying between these two options. Okay, so you can figure it out. Among these two, 1 by 2 is what? 50%. 1 by 3 is what? 33.33%. Which means what, guys? Yeah, which means what? Among these two, which value is more? When the denominator is more, that value is more. No. So I can say 15 by 385 into 100, which means, the December 1st is going to be our answer. Okay, which means the December 1st is going to be our answer. Sorry, yeah. 370 by 15, 380 by 15. Which denominator is less? No, because this is 50%, this is 33.33%. I have to reversely. Okay, so the answer is what? C. October 1st. October 1st is going to be our answer. Because I can explain, no need of calculating this. Look at here. 1 by 2 is 50. 1 by 3 is what? 33.33. When the denominator is less, that percentage is more. When the numerators are same, yes, 15, 15, my numerators are same. Yes or no? Then what is going to be your answer? Your answer is what? October 1st. So what I'm trying to tell you is this, friends. Till now, if you look at here, in the previous question also, one question is coming from, A is what percent of B. And one question is coming increase. Okay. And the increase percentage. And he's asking about the averages. Okay, with the average, there is a one question which is continuing. Okay, average with the one question is continuing. If you look at in this particular question, okay, if you look at in this particular question, what is happening, guys? Yeah, if you look at in this particular question, how the things are happening. Yeah, if you look at first question, the same. A is what percent of B. Look at the second question, average. Look at the third question, percentage again. Okay, that is nothing but the percentage. Look at the fourth question, which percentage is more, the comparison. Fifth question also the comparison. Okay, so the ninth question you can tell you directly. The observation is important. So the arithmetic skills are definitely, it will play an important role while solving data interpretation. So what are the arithmetic skills? The percentages and ratios and averages. These three will play an important role in the averages stuff. Okay. So whenever you're trying to do this particular concept of averages, please be concept of data interpretation. So you should have good knowledge of the reciprocals and approximations. You, by looking at that, you need to approximate it. Okay, that's how that will give you clear picture about the data interpretation. So the data may be in any of the form. Okay, the data may be any of the form. So please understand. That these points are very very important. These points are very very important while solving it. Okay, so please be patient and try to learn the things. Okay, try to learn the things. That will help you a lot. Okay, that will help you a lot. So these are the questions. These are the questions from the data interpretation. Okay, I hope you learn something from the data interpretation. I hope the different varieties of every questions we have solved. So that's all my time, guys. Thanks a lot for being in my session. Have a great day. Thank you.